Remember after we kill this person not to regroup with people until you get rid of your flames.
And if you're melee, get out.
Witches! You call that torment? I've endured far worse!
I tire of that worm's babble. Let me scorch the flesh from his miserable bones!
Ignore him, sister. Focus on your duty. These souls are nearly ready to join Aguilar in the Master's service.
I feel those demons twisting the spirits of the Titans, forcing them to use the might to serve the Legion.
Should they fall to darkness, Sargeras will have the power he needs to claim the final Titan.
Azeroth!
Hello?
I saw you come over here, so it wasn't hard to find the food now.
Damn it, y'all remember.
There he is.
Don't we normally have more people on Thursday than Tuesday?
Normally, yes. I can't remember the I don't know why I can't change my settings on.
Settings for what?
On details, I deleted all my fucking add-ons and reinstalled them, trying to get my shit to work again. And of course, details is reset, so now it's so tiny I can hardly read it. Sorry. There we go. Now I can read it. Okay.
I am the
Uh,
chill
No
whoop.
way.
running
Going around
down
that corner
your
causes them
spine.
to respawn.
Everybody back up.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
Beware.
That was bizarre.
It's whenever I go around this corner, it pulls him, but I feel like that's way too far away.
Quit standing on the corner then.
Got that mixed up. I mean, that would be opposite.
I pulled the boss by trying to go around the little corner here on the next to triangle, and so he told me to use my stealth. So I popped into my Gawk lock shell or whatever. He said it's not stealthy enough. If you can see me on the opposite side of the board.
So, draw.
Hello.
How's your guild doing?
Dying to Mythic Portal Keeper. But we just two-chested a 15 seat, which is one of the 3 instances I tell people I will never tank for them, but they convinced me tonight.
Nice.
Not seat, Cathedral. He got a 17 seat and wanted us to do that, and I'm like, fuck that shit.
All right. Do we have? Yeah, there they are. All right. So with the wall, we need to concentrate on CCing the 3 at the star, and the 3 in the middle at the square. So melee
What's the
that
square
can
for?
hold on. Melee that can CC. This is just for when the wall of walking people come. All the melee goes to the star to try to CC those 3 in the middle. Don't worry about the 2 on the ends, just the 3 in the middle. And ranged will CC or slow the 3 at the blue square. And that should give us like 4 holes to squeak in behind, so that the rest, so they all collapse on each other. That should give us some options. Any ads, we'll start at star and move clockwise. Everybody in the club is tipsy.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can't wait to hear your flesh sizzle. I want to see your limbs roasting.
Beware.
Watch out for the spinning.
Swap.
Swap.
Beware.
I want to see your limbs
I think we
roasting.
got Gollin F first. Yep. It looks like electricity, so make
That's
sure.
the spread.
Yeah.
Beware.
Melee, go to different ones if you can. Don't risk killing each other.
I want to see your limbs roasting. 4, 3, 2, 1.
They're coming straight at you through the storms of Golgari.
Beware.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
You got one left.
Beware.
Get an organ in his neck. I think that's the wall.
I want to see your limbs
It's about
roasting.
25 seconds.
Beware.
Four, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
Careful! Mortal
I
may
want
make
to
walk
see your
the tree
limbs
weaver's path.
roasting.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
Beware.
Good job on that, guy.
Found out I can put a big hole in the middle.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
So if you don't want to swap these, once a tank gets to 3, you can have your paladin freedom you, and it'll drop the debuff.
Enjoy my icy
I'm on pools in about
before
25.
you are frozen solid.
We start ads at it's the we have to start at the start. It's the stacking debuff.
Do you want less for that one?
Yeah, a little less on that.
Beware.
4,
Enjoy my
2,
icy caress
1.
before you are frozen solid.
Coven's torments of the High Father have taken form!
Swap.
Enjoy my icy
Beware.
caress before you are frozen solid. Enjoy my icy
Good job, guys.
caress before you are frozen
Beware.
solid.
Make sure we stay out of the middle. Next one's fire. You got about 30 seconds. We're starting up at start.
Enjoy my icy
Start moving here in about, give it about 10
before
seconds
you
before we
are
start moving this
frozen
direction.
solid.
Beware.
Somebody got confused somewhere.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait, should be up towards star. Up next to star.
Enjoy my
turning the
icy
Shaper's flames
caress
against you.
before you are frozen solid.
Look at where I'm at.
I want to see your limbs roasted.
That's not even remotely close to the middle.
Yeah, it's got a wide fucking AoE on it.
Enjoy my
Almost
icy
on the yellow
caress
marker.
before you are frozen solid.
Because you're a rogue, man.
Doesn't make any sense. Never get top.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
Watch the blade.
It's lightning outs again.
And he had about 20. You're all spread out.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen
Incoming
solid.
floors.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
4, 3, 2, 1.
The Coven strikes at you through the storms of Golgotha.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
Swap.
I want to see your limbs roasting.
Good job.
Sorry about that, Bess. I didn't know it would do it like that.
Yeah, so you come
Enjoy
over
my
as a guy.
icy caress before you are frozen
We got about
solid.
50 seconds to the next ad.
Swap.
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
Just 10 seconds.
Swap.
4,
Enjoy my icy caress before you are frozen solid.
Starting at the start. Go clockwise.
Governs, torments of the High
I
Father
want to
have
see
taken
your
form.
limbs
They'd probably die. They're at 2%.
Ah, yeah. Blow everything you got.
Beware.
Boom. Good job, guys.
The souls of the Pantheon are free, but they endured so much suffering. Let me bide with them for a time. Offer a bit of comfort.
Remain here, Magni. The rest of us will go on.
Sweet.
This may be the one
My
place
logging
in the
work.
universe sacred to the Legion. Demons would pluck out
They look at you wrong or what?
You roll.
She rolled into a box.
Mortals, I wasted millennia fighting to spare you from corruption. Until at last, my eyes were opened to the truth. You are.
I wish I didn't have to have a target till a ghost
We
wolf
will
thing.
save the universe by wiping all memory of you from existence.
Keep trying to run and people were running with
The
you.
awakening of my brother, Argus.
I wanna
Together,
hold your hand.
Our new pantheon will join the Master in breaking your fetid world. But you will not live to see it.
I have heard all the prattling I can bear. Let us show this lackey of Sargeras that he has no claim to our world. Run away, little girl!
Movie swirly things. We know this fight, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
When do you lust on it?
Third phase, after
Yeah.
the second transition.
I know there, Ash. Fucking Aiden's catching you on DPS, yo.
Not too worried about it. My problem is I got a touchpad, still no mouse yet.
Ah. $10.
He wants a gaming mouse at least, right? Don't want no Microsoft piece of shit black mouse, 2 buttons.
Right.
The middle doesn't even click.
Been adapting slowly but surely to this thing.
Am I blind to the feast?
No, there's no.
Did you what?
Put it over the fucking edge.
Over here.
That's funny. I don't care who you are.
Now it's overcooked. It's got that plasma running through it.
Eat from the other side.
And remember, stay spread out till the tank
5,
stay to collapse.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You will burn!
I bet I forgot about that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Stack behind. Tips other side.
Ooh, what took me out on that?
You got you. Yeah, you're gonna have to.
Yeah.
Don't take it until that's done. All right, not take it.
Pestilent power is unleashed!
Tips.
Big ads first, guys.
Alright.
Oh, my bad. I got messed up.
Nice ring of peace. I love that ability on this fight.
Yo, can we stun those elementals?
Yeah, you
Yes,
can.
small
Yes.
ones you can.
Small ones you can stun and CC. And blow back, knock back, whatever.
You may have withstood the flames, but you will not withstand my fury!
Go back out.
No escape! Stand and die!
4, 3, 2, 1.
None can stand against Pestilent! Such a worthless opponent!
Can't res you.
I'm taking two things. I'm doing something wrong here.
You're not going behind.
Run away, little girl!
Wipe it.
I'm doing something wrong here.
Yeah, you're not.
You got hit by a foe breaker twice.
Okay. All right. I didn't get back there fast enough. Okay.
Fall, frail mortal! You You had no hope of victory. Nothing can stop our crusade.
Talk to me. Hurry back.
Okay.
Some of your pews aren't going pew pew.
Yeah. My trinket isn't working, and one of my cooldowns isn't working.
Should try turning it off and on again.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Where are we going today, Grandmaster?
So you're always taking the first one worst out, even if it tells me to taunt and you're high on stacks.
Don't worry about stacks at that point. I usually have just taunt it back before that. Just get to the back when I tell you to get to the back.
Okay, alright.
But then when I spin the boss, you get back on the other side of him so that you can taunt back.
Okay, so you're spinning the boss. I'm not taunting the boss over to the other side.
No. I'll spin for Flame Rend, and then you can just taunt him to spin it back around.
Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. I thought I was supposed to taunt the boss after you take the foe breaker. I thought I was supposed to spin the taunting with spinning to take the.
No, that foe render's a lot slower than the first one.
Okay, so I'm moving to the other. I'm moving to the back of the boss. As soon as you take that foe breaker, I move to the other side of the boss, and you're spinning him, and then I'm taunting him back and doing the same thing.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. Okay, got it. I thought it was just the opposite from that reading that I did.
Yeah, I saw a crunch.
Yeah, buddy.
As soon as I logged in, I was like, that motherfucker got another goddamn legendary.
Every day, buddy.
Averaging 3 a week.
This one seems to be pretty good, though.
I don't know if she got that.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You will burn!
That one better.
What?
Jump back in.
No, I never get out. My cooldown always gets shit. Something's being really weird with my rope tonight.
You may have withstood the flames, but you will not withstand my fury. Stand and die. There is no escape.
4, 3, 2, 1.
None can stand against Paishalak! Run away, little girl. Run away.
Are there no ads this phase?
No, not till the second transition.
Oh, okay.
Which is in 15%.
That's it.
There is no escape.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Run away, little girl. Run away. The power of Paishalak will consume you! Your modicum of skill will be insufficient to save you! Let the flesh be sealed.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you died.
The flames will consume you!
4, 3, 2, 1.
None can stand against Paishalak! Such a worthless
Motherfucker, I was way on the other side and got whacked. Stop paying attention to the cooldown on that, my bad.
The flames will consume you.
About 10 seconds till the next
Let the flesh be seared from your
4,
bones.
3, 2, 1.
None can stand against Taserlack!
Good job, Joe. Yeah.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
Just a moment, sir. That ass.
Too late to stop him.
You did it! Agrimar's essence is free. He can stand beside his brethren once more.
Our victories mean nothing. So long as Sargeras has the soul of Argus to fuel his infinite army, Azeroth remains in grave peril.
The Titans can sever that connection, but not here. They need to bring the soul of Argus to their place of power, the seat of the Pantheon.
Oh, it killed me this time.
What did you do?
It's a glitch.
The whole porting bug thing. I'd appreciate it if someone would actually just res me.
Yeah, because you don't res here until we pull the boss the first time.
Thanks, Minnie.
Awesome.
Man, I got some lucky procs that fight.
Do not waste my time, lesser creature.
Now we don't stack on this one, correct? On the first phase.
In any phase, he always cleaves.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, sorry, we didn't really do a rundown last time. We just kind of went, pull the boss and let's see what happens.
Yeah, it was like a hey, 5
And we didn't do that bad, I don't think.
No, we got 50%, and with like explanation on the fly, and somebody had to leave, so we were down to DPS.
Worst, will you put an X marker where I currently am? A world marker, obviously. Q. Skull marker. Circle marker over here. And diamond marker. Okay, and those are markers for the second and last phase. And you guys want to go clockwise, correct, in the first phase?
Yes.
Okay.
Although I saw some people get confused on the ad
Yeah,
fair
they
on the Coven, and they went counterclockwise, but you know, we downed them. So
Have time to restock a couple beers.
Hey, Orstout, can you bring up your transmorg mount?
I don't have that.
what are you looking for?
Blood has it.
Transmorg.
Punches, lucky doos and root. Good fortune to all friends of the Grummels.
You upset that Chloris looks better than you, so you gotta out-train the bugger? Is that what's going on here?
Nah, I don't really give a fuck what Chloros looks like.
What do you mean?
I look better than Chloros.
Lies.
Come look at me.
Yo, where'd you
Look
get that
how awesome
mounted?
I look. Pandaria.
I thought that was Drazen that was looking for it.
Very expensive though.
Back. It's only
Now, when we
100K.
say very expensive, how much we talking?
It was 200, wasn't it?
Nah, I spent 100 on it. It's like 100, 120.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that dagger talks to you. I didn't realize that until I kept hearing shit in my headphones when I was running my Shadow Priest. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise?
The little floaty skull.
The Shadow Dagger
the
is
dagger.
just evil. My staff is a funny, smart-ass piece of shit. He makes fun of me.
The Shadow Dagger is like directly off of the old gods. So it just thanked me for giving them a foothold to this place.
Oh, great.
Oh, good going. Leave it you. Fuck everything up.
All right.
Yeah.
Drazen, you want to give us an actual rundown this time?
Thank you. You have to think about my armor not matching. That bothers me.
Hello? New phone, who this?
Chris, I think you're making things up.
Yeah, I think Drazen disappeared. We could take a fiber. Take 3 minutes. Bio.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. We decided to go ahead and take a quick bio.
Oh, okay, sorry. I went to get some ice and my roommate stopped me and decided to have a 2-minute conversation for no reason.
No worries, it happens. All right, I'm checking to see who's back.
Almost back.
Feeling better?
Yeah, definitely. Sick for 2 weeks.
Ugh. I decided I'm sick tomorrow.
Did you just rub your face in the dirt or something?
Yeah, whatever it takes.
I'm back.
All right. Drazen's, I guess, went to go piss or something. So I guess you can use this Lightforge beacon to leave?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Sino doesn't want to look like Drazen.
Back again.
Need a back enchant there, bro?
Who, me?
No, Cena.
I got a.
Or you, yeah, Drazen.
I got agility.
No, I need the tier cloak, so I'm not going to bother enchanting this because I need the tier cloak in that spot. Same with the chest piece. I'm not socketing it because I need the tier chest.
Then you got to enchant these so that they drop, dude. Duh.
Well, on my server, that hidden satyr I just bought was like 4,000. So.
That's a
I'm
shoulder.
saying, if you want the loot to drop, you got to gem it and enchant it, and then that slot will drop for you for sure.
Since you're summoning somebody, can I go back to the Vindicar and upgrade this relic?
Sure.
Like 2 minutes.
2 whole minutes.
Alright, I'm ready.
Oh yeah, you are too?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm jelly beating with the 2 set actually right now.
I'd have a 4 set if I could stack pieces.
Do you need air tips?
Yeah, I gave Crunch
DE.
a piece of tier because it kept giving me the same piece. And then he started getting Titan Forge versions of the ones he already had.
Nice. All right, Drazen, want to give us a rundown?
Sure. All right, this is a 4-phase fight. First phase, most of us already saw last week. So I'll go over what the tanks need to be doing in each one, and then I'll go over the DPS. So for tanks, first phase is pretty easy. Boss has a frontal cone cleave. It's pretty wide, like at least like 120 degrees. So just one tank stacks with the group behind the boss, and the other tank takes 3 swipes. Then they switch, and the other tank turns them around. You can tank them in the middle. Okay, for the DPS, there are 3 mechanics for this fight. There's Soulblight Orbs, the Gift of the Sky and Sea, and the Cone of Death. So the Cone of Death is just it's a frontal cone, covers a small portion near him. It gets bigger as it goes back, and it just covers the floor of black shit. Don't stand in it. Once you see him casting it on a raid member, everybody's going to stack right behind him, by the way, behind the boss on his ass. Once you see him start casting the cone, just move slightly to the left clockwise and just kind of try to be near the black line from the previous one so that when he does it again, it's as near as possible to the last one he does.
Remember that.
Soulblight Orbs is he's going to toss out a Soulblight debuff on 3 people. Now what's going to happen is once the debuff expires, they're going to leave a little circle of the black shit that's going to stay there. So in order to make sure that you're not using too much of the room, you're just going to take it behind the group and drop it, like one person drop it here, one person drop it here, one person drop it here, and then go back up towards the group. That way when he does Cone of Death, it just covers up the Soulblights and we're not wasting extra room. Sky and Sea are 2 different buffs. He's going to give one to one player and one to another. After the timer expires, it's going to drop a little orb wherever that player was standing. Sky is the one that looks like lightning, and it gives you 2,000 crit and mastery, and it can stack. It lasts for a minute on normal. So it'll go on somebody, and then later it'll go on a different 2 people, and they're going to drop it. And if you run into the same orb, you'll get 2 stacks of it, so 4,000 haste and mastery and crit for the lightning one. The other one, C looks like a big water bubble. It's haste and versatility. It's technically the tank one, but if you like haste, then get that one. Those are the only mechanics in phase 1. At 70%, he's going to switch into his kind of a weird transition phase. The outer circle right here is going to be covered in lightning, so everybody just has to stack in the middle. At the beginning of the second phase, for tanks, so he's going to keep the frontal clone cleave, and you're supposed to still switch at 3 stacks. But whoever happens to be tanking him at the beginning of that phase is going to drag him over here to the skull marker. Okay, and all the raid are going to stack on his ass. So the tank that's tanking him first in that phase is going to get a buff called, I want to say, Agrimar's Chosen, Avatar of Agrimar. Okay, so what it is it gives you a fuck ton of extra HP, and it allows you to split damage with any player you're nearby. So that tank's going to take the 3 stacks, the other tank's going to taunt. For DPS, you avoid the spinning size that are lying across the room, big black line, you can't miss it. Don't get hit by it, just move out. When he hits 50 energy, he's going to put out 2 soul bomb. No, soul bomb's the big one. The smaller ones are I never have to worry about it. Sorry. Tanking puts you at a disadvantage for names, okay? Soul burst. So he's going to put out 2 soul bursts at 50% energy. One of you is going to have an X marker on your head. You go to the X. One of you is going to have a purple marker on your head. You go to the purple. If anybody's within 40 yards of you, they'll explode for 2 million damage. You will get hit for the 2 million damage regardless. So just pop a personal whenever it's about to go off. At 100 energy, he puts out 2 of those and a soul bomb, which it will always go on a healer. And the healer's going to get a circle marker above their head, and they're going to move to the circle mark. Now that does 10 million damage to you and anyone within 40 yards. So what happens is the tank with Avatar has to run over to the circle marker and take the explosion with you so you do not die. Important tip for the tanks. So the second time he brings out the soul bomb, the first tank is still going to have Avatar. Do not move, because you're going to lose it and the other tank's going to get it before the soul bomb goes off. So taunt the boss when the second soul bomb goes off, and the other tank, even though you don't have the debuff yet, go to circle because you'll get it before the soul bomb goes off. And that's it. Rinse and repeat. Avoid the black lines. Move out with the soul burst and the soul bomb.
Nice. Sounds pretty good. Let's go.
That was only 2 of the 3. But we should probably get the third phase first. 2 of the 4, I mean. Third phase, just an ad phase. Ads pop around the room. You only want to interrupt one of their abilities. It is... God damn, I'm terrible with names today. For fuck's sake. Cosmic Beacon. Only interrupt that. You'll be able to interrupt Star Blast. Don't do it because they become immune to interrupts. So you have to only interrupt Cosmic Beacon because if it goes off and kills. Yeah, they have different damage debuffs. They're actually now in set spaces. So after a few pulls on the third phase, you'll be able to know which one is yours. So there's one for every element, including physical. So physical fire, shadow, arcane, frost, nature, holy is clockwise around the room starting at nipple.
Let me know when you're ready, Crunch, and tips.
Oh, I was just waiting for him to finish with the explanation, but...
Really long fight. So until you see a lot of it, it's not going to make sense.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good on the fly. So you gave us a good, really in depth of the first 3. So I think once we get, if we make it to phase 4, you can do pretty good on the fly
4,
again.
3, 2, 1.
Turn him. Good. There you go. Everybody stack up directly behind him.
The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golganet.
Ouch.
I didn't taunt him.
the left hand side. You guys are on the wrong side. Y'all went counterclockwise instead of clockwise. Oh, that's shitty. We did better last time when we were fucking all wasted. This is a reminder pool, I guess you could say.
Just remember your physics in your band. You're standing close to the boss. Run very far.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
But Soul Blights have to remember to take it back.
Yeah, that was on me. I didn't see a marker pop up. That's, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't mark your
No.
head when you get Soul Blight.
Yeah, if it just says Soul Blight, you just run back behind the group.
Agramar, lend these mortals your strength, brother.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Nipple goes all the way to nipple.
You just run back in there and top it up. Yeah.
Four, three, two, one.
Looks like we got this down. Let's go ahead. Let's just wipe it so we can go ahead and get a better pull on it. Everybody seemed to be doing the right shit, so. Nice.
Yeah, it's super convenient. You don't have to run all the way back up to talk to the dwarf again.
Sorry, Crunch, we got this better feast over here.
Yeah, and that didn't quite work out for me because you can't really click on it.
No, you cannot.
Uh-oh.
Hey, so on that first phase, make sure you're tighter in the group, just like on Veramothras. And then if you get that soul burst thing, that way you can run behind the group and drop it, and then run back in. There was a couple of times we were a little too spread out. So you're looking at the floor, and it's a circle, clockwise. Goes like a clock around the circle. Left, from bottom to top, left to right. I'm left-handed, and so I go clockwise.
Nice, me too.
I'm right-handed, so I go clockwise.
No, it's for some reason, like, I guess because all the instructional videos, they always go counterclockwise. So almost every group does it counterclockwise. Like, I've been in pugs and stuff where they do it clockwise. It's not super uncommon, but it is like a little bit.
I always shuffle to the left. I don't know why. Because I'm left-handed, so I hit left easier.
Whichever tank is tanking them after the cone of death, when we shift, you shift. Just try to keep them like directly opposite us. I mean, eventually you'll run out of room, and then it's going to have to get kind of tricky. But
Hey, if everybody is better off going counterclockwise, then I'm fine with it. That's just my initial reaction is always clockwise because everybody should know clockwise. It's fucking kindergarten.
We should set up a poll on the Discord as to which way you prefer to go.
There you go.
Set it up, and before we poll, we can all
5, 4.
And then do what the raid leader says anyway.
2, 1.
Yep.
Death and pain! The might of sea and sky must aid our champions, Golganet.
Ooh, somebody dropped a dot of death. Back up behind that dot. Sorry, melee.
Can't reach behind.
Get back, Aiden, get back. Back.
Her DBM didn't show her.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
I was way back there trying to drop my soul blight and took a fucking cone of death and couldn't get out of it. Well, remember, everybody stack. If you get a symbol over your head, go to that symbol. Watch out for the black line.
Ouch.
Hey, who's got the diamond? Go down all the way to diamond.
Or sorry, you'll have to top back because he's gonna have to run. You'll lose your debuff. Now for the next one, he's still gonna have his, so he can run tips.
4, 3, 2, 1.
There are no res and stuff, are there?
No, but you'll res after the third phase if we finish it.
I'm the only one with a res.
Go ahead and pop your cooldowns, guys. You're like 3 minutes to stay back.
Just pain.
Okay, so this is gonna be ad phase.
Ads.
Alright, so there's going to be one ad that has a big sword and one ad that has 2 daggers. Each tank take an ad. The one with the big sword has to be in the middle here all by itself. The one with the daggers can be stacked on top of another ad. But if the big sword one gets near another ad, it's going to buff it. Like a lot.
Just keep all the ads
So
away
which
from the
one do you
big
want,
ad.
more stout?
Lend these mortals your strength, brother.
And they won't actually get those till they all get their buff. So you can just DPS whichever one you want right now.
Alright.
Okay, so 2 of them are going to get really big. Alright, there you go.
Okay, big sword ad in the middle, bring the dagger one to X.
What's the priority?
Alright, kill the big ads because they won't respond. But make sure to interrupt Cosmic Beacon, so we need people on the ones that are way out there that have a ranged interrupt. So the nipple right now takes increased fire damage, so if you have primary fire damage, focus it versus the other one. The other one takes increased shadow damage.
Oh, watch shit on the ground.
Oh, I forgot about those lines. Yeah, don't move too much with them, let people move at them, because they cast a lot of it. Like 3 or 4 people did it.
Everybody should be on nipple. Alright.
Now
Now go to X. Or do you take out the big ad first?
Go ahead and take out the big ad.
Okay, my bad, guys. On the diamond. Keep the diamond in the middle. Well, never mind. I was just watching the diamond guy run around. I didn't see everybody die.
Yeah, that's what happens. If the Cosmic Beacon doesn't get interrupted, it basically AoEs the whole raid. So if you let 1 or 2 get off, it's going to kill everybody.
Who casts Cosmic Beacon?
All of the ads that are not the sword and the dagger ad. Like, it'll pick 2 or 3 random ads to cast it, but any of them can cast it. So you need at least 1 person on each one to interrupt the Cosmic Beacon. I should have mentioned that. My bad.
Well, that's shitty.
But again, they have bonus damage, so where nipple is, that one takes bonus physical damage, so a rogue could stay on that one. The one over here, the one that ended up having the daggers, takes increased fire damage, so fire mage, that kind of thing. The one next to it, the one that ended up having the sword, takes increased arcane damage. I mean, I guess you have an arcane mage, so that's nice. Usually you don't have anybody that does that other than boomkins. The next one over is going to take increased frost damage. So whoever uses frost. Next one over, it takes increased nature damage. And then this one over here, I didn't move far enough for those, but this one over here is going to take holy damage, which is mainly like ret paladins.
Nice. So
Which
one
is-
of them took increased shadow, right?
Yeah, the sword one took increased shadow on that one, and the dagger one took increased fire. But the adds that get the daggers and the sword are different every time.
Gotcha.
So, but they don't all share a health pool. Like you've got to kill them all individually.
Yes, you have to kill them all individually. And as long as you're not standing, like you shouldn't need like super duper healing. So like if you're a melee and you're out, say on the physical one getting the interrupts, you shouldn't need a ton of healing, so you don't have to have a healer always in range of you.
Gotcha. So everybody just takes an ad, and then whoever doesn't have an ad gets on the big ads.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
I know the two big ads, pick whichever one is favorable to you, honestly. The sword ad buffs other ads, but it actually does less damage than the dagger ad. The dagger ad does 300% weapon damage, and the sword ad only does 200%. So the dagger ad will fuck your tanks sometimes.
Gotcha. Well, I know a pally will be on the one that takes holy damage. I'll be on the one that takes shadow damage. Vess will be on the one that takes arcane damage. Chloros, I'm guessing you have nature damage in your poisons? You're assassin, right?
I can do the nature damage one.
Okay. Does the physical damage.
Yeah, he can do the physical damage one.
There you go.
How do you know which ones do what?
They will actually all have an icon above their head, and they'll have a little pull. So, Broken Sword is physical, Fireball is fire, the old Starfire icon is arcane, Nature's a leaf, that kind of thing. They'll all have a color and spec appropriate debuff. The old Seed of Corruption icon is the shadow one. The holy one it has a giant sun over its head. You really can't miss the holy one. What does that leave? Oh, Frost is the one back here.
Frost. Nobody's doing frost damage right now, so.
So you can just have someone who can ranged interrupt on that one.
I don't know if we have anybody who can ranged interrupt. I guess we could have a secondary pally on that who can interrupt.
How often will they go off?
So that's the thing. Cosmic Beacon comes out, I want to say every 30 to 45 seconds. But like I said, it only picks 3 ads at a time. So it could be your ad, it could not be your ad. But it's better to have someone on all of them to interrupt than to miss one. Because missing one will kill people.
I'll have a 45-second interrupt. You can hope that's long enough.
Is it a cast? Because that's the only interrupt I have is a lock.
Mine's a cast.
The Cosmic Beacon? Yes, it's a cast.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright then.
Oh, Sino said he'll get Frost.
Okay.
Or she, I guess.
It's a he.
Don't want to assume nobody's gender, you know. People get in trouble for that kind of thing.
I'm gender fluid.
That's a penis.
So you're like the T1000? Because that's the only gender fluid I like.
I think that's a fluid gender.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
When are we lusting?
You'll lust in forfeits.
Once the ads are down,
The
right?
light of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golden.
Oh, you said the beginning
Whoops.
of the third phase. I thought you said the beginning. Sorry.
Hey, that works for me.
I essentially was saying sooner than later, so that we can say it.
It's a good point.
Way to go. No, everybody needs to be in this little corner over here, or else you're gonna make the cone drop in a weird spot.
No, Tosh, you just killed me, buddy.
How?
By making me move around places.
Hey, you know.
Tips if you run to the side. He's doing a cone. He doesn't actually set up
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption. Agramar, lend these mortals your strength, brother.
4, 3,
Well, this one's pretty much a bust, but we might as well keep going just to keep learning.
Sino is now the proud owner of every single soul bomb. Until space forward.
Practice makes dying hurt less.
And now I get soul burst. Cool.
Start on the mechanics
four, three, two, one.
I need to taunt back, or do I go?
Four, three, two, one.
Wrong side X.
Four, three, two, one.
Yeah, a couple people of us who died the first go around got the chance to check this phase out now.
Super fun.
Well, I was trying to get over to this person right here to
Yeah,
because I had the
worry
thing.
about it till the countdown comes. We just swapped in and out a couple times.
Okay. Alright, my bad.
Yeah, for the tanks, the second one's the only one that's stupid. Like, the avatar will switch before the soul burst on every other time but the second time.
Yeah, because we would have had it other than that.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
wow,
once
he
we get past,
got me like, fuck you, bitch.
once we get past the
Forced out
first
this love's
phase,
giving me
he
shit.
kills
It's
everyone.
okay.
Yeah, not Bowser. He got me with the same thing.
I go to claim your pride.
Where's my prize? That he's
Death, clearly.
Did I win the lottery?
You're an ass.
I thought we were voting to kick Orst out. So I was voting no. Got really quiet. Normally that means somebody's about to get kicked.
That's the quiet before the storm.
We're voting to quick Orst out?
5, 4,
I clicked no.
3,
I didn't want to
Oh yeah, I can solo kicking.
1.
Demands your doom! The might of sea and sky must aid our champion, Golganet.
Hey, you can get that debuff front out, please.
my politics.
Why can't I res you, dude?
Oh. Something wants to handicap you for this fight. There it is.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
He doesn't cleave during this transition. You can just run over there with him if you want for the skill set.
Agramar, lend these mortals your strength, brother.
4, 3, 2, 1.
'em. That was on me. I ran to the wrong one.
We knows.
Yeah, we kind of saw you run up and be like, hey guys, what you doing over here?
Saw the circle start counting down. I thought it was fucking.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Three minutes on battle res. Holy crap.
That would be the soul bomb.
Yeah, Orsat lost his buff, and then there was nobody to protect him.
No, that wasn't Orsat, that was me.
2, 1.
I stand corrected.
No, I did lose my buff. So, tips
So I stand uncorrected?
No.
Well, because you were wrong when you were rising, so
Wait a minute.
you gotta correct a couple times there.
Uncorrected. I believe you were stand uncorrected.
Alright, let's go with that.
Yeah, no, I tried to be a smartass and get the buff in the first phase and died like an idiot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
That's okay. I almost died because I got the wrong buff and I wanted the haste buff and ran into the haste buff and somebody dropped their shit there.
Master,
I'll be right back.
to claim your prize.
Yeah, we gotta drop our shit in better places so that we can stay up closer to the boss so there's less to run with.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I have one, Chorus. Let me look.
Is there any way to better predict where those buffs are gonna fall so like the wrong one doesn't fall on you?
The people that have them, wherever they're standing when it goes off, that's where it drops. So people can move away from everybody, but you can't get too far away because then you'll cone of death in the wrong place.
Yeah, you just got to move behind the group.
I think if you get the one that you don't want, I think it lowers down so you have time to get out from under it.
Well, you can swap over to the other one. It just you can't stack them at that point. Like I had 3 stacks at one point, and the buff hit me. The wrong one hit me, and it took them away.
Alright, that's exactly what I was looking at. Like, no, I guess I'm just screwed now.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I thought I had a. I thought I had one of the big ones. I do. Hold on.
It's not a big deal. We're only gonna pull a couple more times.
There you go.
Thanks.
Do you want to try that other one, not tough?
Yeah, just give me a rundown of it real quick, and see if we think it's a little better.
So basically, it saves a bit of the room because you can get everybody would just stack up like right here against the wall, including the tanks. And this is actually technically the mythic strat, but my guild found it on heroic. It works way better than what we're doing. So everybody stacks up. The tanks pull the boss to like right here in front of us and turn him around. So Soul Blight, since we're going clockwise, anybody who gets the Soul Blight just runs to the right, drops it, and runs back in with the group. And what this does is, so when he does the Cone of Death, everybody moves to the side, he does it, and it covers this little sliver, and then the tanks just pull him forward, and we restack behind him closer to like here. And then when he cones again, he just covers that little bit of room until he gets back to the middle, and then you switch back to going clockwise.
Nice. So they pull him from the edge towards the center.
Right, and then around. That way, you can usually get 3 or 4 cones, like in this one spot, as opposed to taking up almost the whole room. But yeah, that's the mythic strat. But on heroic, there's a lot of time in the first phase, so we had to find some way of saving room in the room.
I think I like that. I like that idea.
Yeah, you and I both.
Do not waste my time, lesser creature.
So let's just get everybody on X. Yeah, and we're well. So when he does his first cone, everybody kind of moves to the left, and instead of turning the boss, the tanks just back up. What, about 10 yards or so?
Yeah, basically, so there's enough room for people to fit in between where the cone dropped and right behind him.
I just don't want to work that hard, you know. I mean, you know.
It's not that hard.
So yeah, so just pull him, let him come to us. He'll have enough time before the first swipe. Let him come to us, and then walk through him and spin around.
But our biggest problem is that people don't move when they have the shit, so we're all gonna get fucked here in a second.
Well, now they don't have to move back or even out of range, really. They just gotta move slightly to the right.
They're not moving anywhere.
Yeah, they were just dropping that shit on everybody, like, boom. Alright, now pull him
forward, and there you go.
Get up on his ass again.
Move a little early there. Back on his ass one more time, and then just bump to the middle.
We're gonna pull him up to the middle.
He likes to stop the cast.
Yeah. That'll give us another spot.
Yeah, I mean, the phase is already almost done. Oh, that's on that person over
Nice.
there. Nice baiting.
Evaded.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption.
Alright. Yeah, he doesn't cleave. You can go ahead and move him over to near the skull if you want. He will cleave right at the end of this though, so don't be in front of him if you're not the tank.
Get him on his ass.
Lend these mortals your strength, brother.
4, 3, 2, 1.
You can go ahead and use your second pounce here too. The Tonor step and let him run.
Move out with your stacks. Who's got nipple? Who's that I see with nipples?
I know it takes a while to come off.
Okay, sorry. Nice. Stage 3. Ads.
Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can bind your relentless fury.
Remember, if you weren't assigned an ad, you get the big ad with the daggers.
So the one between skull and nipple is holy, the one on nipple is physical, the one nearest to diamond is fire, the one a little farther from diamond is shadow. Moon is... oh, they all have markers too. There you go. It's arcane and frost are the two.
Which one's shadow?
The one over there, near, like far from the purple marker, on the side of the red marker.
Kill Moon, kill Moon.
What was the green marker? It looks
Purple
like
diamond marker is the shadow. It's doing the beacon.
Wait, that's shadow?
Diamond is shadow. Moon is arc. Star is holy. X is physical.
What's bloodlust? Get down that.
Star is cosmic beaconing. Interrupt. Diamond is beaconing. Interrupt.
Does a new one come out with a big sword?
Nope. Fire is beaconing. Interrupt. On heroic they do. They switch between them, but on normal they just die and don't come back. Okay, since we're pretty much going to kill this, so what's going to happen next is he's going to pull everybody to the middle and he's going to kill us all. the ANR is going to drop a tree on the ground. So what you're going to do is you're going to release Spirit, and you're going to run to the tree, and it's going to res you. When you release, you're going to see a bunch of monsters around in the Ghost Realm that are like a Shadow Priest, Nether Fiend thing. Yeah, like a shot. There you go. If you touch them, please don't touch them. If you touch them, they'll knock you up in the air, and anyone near you. They'll slow you down, and they do damage to the tree. So the point of this phase is whoever gets the Soul Bomb, and Soul Bush and Soul Bomb still happen, so go to your marks if you get it. The healer with the Soul Bomb is almost always going to die. So they're going to die, they're going to release, they're going to res back at the tree. Tanks, still taunt at 3. It's not permanent like it is in Heroic. So okay, you're about to ready to release, so release and run to the tree, but avoid the little shot ads. Unlike that.
Was right on top of me. Hit me.
I know it happens sometimes. It's shitty.
What do I do when I get to the tree?
Just run into it.
Beware.
Drag him back over to Skull Marker. Alright, so range, you're going to want to stay in the middle. There's going to be 4 orbs that spawn around the room. Melee, take care of the 2 nearest to him. Range, take care of the 2 farther away. There they are. Reorigination modules.
2, 1.
Ah.
So yeah, range just kill them. The more health they have, the farther or the bigger their AoE is. So once they die, they're going to drop little balls in the death realm. So anybody who dies needs to collect the balls and then hit the tree. Like that. Alright, so the tree's already out of health, which is what happens when too many people res on it. It can be healed, but once it's dead, and you can no longer res in this fight.
Can somebody heal it right now?
Yeah, they can lay heals on it. Ads, kill the ads.
Wow.
Understated.
Yeah,
It was the first time we've seen it, so, you know.
Yeah, generally you want to lust once everybody comes up. So right now you'll see you have a buff called Titan Forged, and that's what happens when you collect enough orbs in the death phase. Basically it's to make up for the fact that DPS are going to die. So they give everybody a 50%.
X wrong side.
So if you're dead, you just collect balls.
Yeah, you collect balls, and then you res as long as the tree's still there. So once everybody reses at the beginning of the phase, the tree goes down to like 20% energy. And then you have about 4 more reses until the tree goes black, and it starts taking constant damage. So all you have to do is you have to keep heals on it, or because once it's dead, the only way to get up is to battle res, which is why I usually save battle reses for this phase too.
I don't see the tree.
It disappeared already.
Yeah. It can only res you so many times. And the healer will always get the big bomb, and they will always die, and they will always res. So you will always have healers re-resing.
Yeah.
Bubble doesn't work against the big bomb, does it?
I don't know. Like, my paladin never does it, so I assume not. But he's kind of an idiot sometimes, so I really don't know.
Hey, it's worth a try. Hey, you guys want to pull one more time?
I mean, even though you guys only got like 3 swipes, like the first time we did this, that's pretty good for not ever seeing that strat before.
Hey, if you want to pull, say you're ready. All right, let's buff up and do this one more time.
She should kick the rogue. He took too long to say yes.
I would
Hold on, or stat.
Or stat.
5, 4.
Hey, I've been drinking for a while. Sorry.
2.
That's your new name now, or stat. Oh, I just wasted a pot. We were actually holding.
So in the fourth phase, those balls that you saw drop into the ground with the blue swirlies, don't stand in those. It leaves a dot on you. and that dot will kill you. Like further into the fight, it literally becomes unavoidable because he drops so many at once. But during the beginning, just try to dodge them as best you can. And I know it sucks because spell effects hide them a lot, but try to dodge.
Lock rocks.
But yeah, so once everybody reses the first time, you just lust in the fourth phase and get as much damage as you can before people start dying to the bombs and shit.
All right, everybody on X, as far back in those little corners you can.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Master demands your doom! The might of sea and sky must aid our champions, Golden.
Awesome. Move a little bit forward. I think everybody's good right now.
All towards the middle.
Oh shit.
Yeah, there we go.
Apparently you can't bubble that off, huh?
No.
I mean, you can, it just drops directly underneath you when you do.
Yeah.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption. Agramar, lend these mortals your strength, brother.
Move up on it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
X, good X.
spot to stand.
2, 1.
3 minutes on battle rounds.
Doesn't matter, he'll be rezzed after third phase anyway.
Oh, that's right.
Rezzes everyone and then kills them, and then you have to res yourself.
I killed you, Gloris.
He didn't want to fight the rest of the fight. He's just gonna wait for the final phase.
3, 2, 1.
Only pain. Time answers to me, Unmaker. The one force that can bind your relentless fury.
Help! Help!
What'd you say?
I said help. Mine turned into the big ad and it knocked me in the face.
Ah.
I got it as soon as I saw it.
So it's nature and physical right now.
Something screwed me there. I'm down there.
Here comes beacon casting. Diamond and circle.
We lost
Diamond
both
and
of our
circle.
tanks.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, the sword one got in the range of the dagger one, and that's just bad time.
Yeah, I went down. I don't know what happened. Something took me down.
Oh well, that was a good try. We did really good for really not having it being our first night on the boss. So we made it to the 4th phase. So I'm pleased with that.
Progress.
Well, I got to go. So y'all have a good night.
No,
Hey, guys.
all right, guys, you too.
Have a good one, man.
Thanks for coming.
Where was that?